voice.
All that and more, Star City News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Mike Shoro.
And I'm Colleen Fell. Right now, Nebraska's legislature is considering raising taxes on cigarettes, but one gas station in Lincoln is working to make sure that doesn't happen.
We'll go to Evan Hummel live outside the Stop Shop location.
If a new law passes, the price of cigarettes could increase by $1.50, but one gas station is starting a petition to stop it.
Senator Mike Glore introduced a bill in January that would increase the sales tax on cigarettes. It's estimated that the measure would create $120 million in property tax relief and health care programs. But not everyone's on board. That's why the Stop and Shop is starting a petition. And while a representative from the store wasn't willing to talk, there are some people in Lincoln who support it.
I think people need to quit smoking.
So you think it's a health hazard for
everyone?
the nation?
Yes.
Even Tom Martin, a lifelong smoker who recently quit, sees the benefits of the proposal.
It's just, the reason I quit is because it's just so nasty, it's so unhealthy, and it just looks ridiculous and makes you smell. I think Lincoln needs to have a little bit, better sales tax in town. It helps people out, it helps the schools out, helps the economy out, helps people out in general.
The bill still faces a vote in the unicameral and would be a major drawback for cigarette sellers in the state. Reporting for Star City News, I'm Evan Hummel.
I reached out to several employees who were unable to tell me why they opposed the law. So they said it was against policy. Back to you, Michael and Colleen in the newsroom. Excuse me.
Thanks, Evan. Lincoln police are investigating a shooting Monday evening. The Lincoln Journal-Star reports a 24-year-old man said he was robbed in a Michael's parking lot near R Street. Police say two men approached the man and asked him for change. He pulled out his wallet, the two men took it and ran. The Journal-Star says the 24-year-old got in his car and followed the two men to Lionsgate apartment where shots were fired. Nobody was hurt. And if you know someone who's vulnerable to internet scams, well, you may want to share a new website with them. Yesterday, the Attorney General's office unveiled a website called Protect the Good Life. The user-friendly site shows target groups like seniors and children and what kind of ploys they should be aware of. You can also see what scams are happening in your area and report one if it's happened to you.
Prison officials say 3 staffers at the Tecumseh State Correctional Institution were assaulted by inmates. A spokesperson said in a release Monday that just before 4 p.m., an inmate hit a staff member, escorting him inside a maximum security housing unit. The release says 3 other inmates began assaulting the staff member before 2 other staff intervened. All 3 were hurt, but they were released from the hospital this morning.
No one was hurt this morning at an apartment fire in Lincoln. Police are still investigating, but at this time, the cause of the fire is unknown.
Our own Nikita Higgins has the story.
It is unclear as to what started the fire early this morning at the apartment building on 16th and G. It happened around 5 o'clock this morning when Lincoln Fire and Rescue responded to a basement fire. The fire was quickly put out and residents were able to go back to their apartments. 2 bags were found close to some wires which Lincoln Fire and Rescue believe may have started the fire. There was no damage in the building except to the immediate area in the basement. Lincoln police are still investigating the cause to the fire. For Star City News, I'm Nikita Higgins reporting.
Spring may not begin for another week, but warmer weather is already here. The U.S. is nearing the end of a record high temperature winter. The average temperature from December to February was about 5 degrees higher than in the 20th century winter. The El Nino storm was one factor in bringing the warmer air to the north.
Coming up, presidential candidates are doing whatever they can to stop Donald Trump. See his latest comparison.
And today is International Women's Day. Did you get me anything?
Oh, was I supposed to? My bad. We'll be right back.
At the University of Nebraska College of Journalism and Mass Communications, you can start here and go anywhere. Our programs are designed for doers, life seekers, You'll get hands-on experience from day one in front of or behind a camera with a major in broadcasting. Or maybe you'd like a career in radio, calling sporting events for KRNU, or design a major advertising campaign. To begin your future, go to journalism.unl.edu.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Always remember, buzz driving is still drunk driving. A message from the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety.
Welcome to the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons. This new addition will soon become the scholastic hub of City Campus. Enjoy the vibrant learning environment designed to accommodate and promote academics. The Commons also has a number of private study rooms to gather and collaborate with classmates and friends. Come visit the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons at Love Library today.
We'll see if history can repeat itself for the Huskers, if they can have back-to-back years with beating Purdue if they lose this game.
What would we do if we won the Powerball jackpot?
That's daunting to think about.
The music may change, but we'll still be there. Music, sports, and more. 90.3 KRNU.
Nebraska lawmakers discussed making a climate change committee.
We'll go live to Megan McGill in the newsroom.
Many people were out today enjoying the weather with temperatures in the mid-60s. There wasn't much to complain about. But with temperatures heating up, so is the discussion on climate change.
This winter has been one of the warmest in history, weather that many have enjoyed and taken full advantage of. However, the t-shirt weather is worrisome to many, one of them being Senator Ken Haar. Senator Haar met before a hearing today to introduce his resolution, LR 455, a resolution that would create a committee to study climate change and create a climate action plan. Many voiced their concerns and testified in support.
People are concerned about this issue. They know something is going on and they want to know more about it, and they want to know more about what's its potential impact on our state. I've worked in community organizing for 25 years, and I've frankly never seen an issue that has engaged people and concerned people in the long term as much as this one.
We do have an asteroid out there, and it's climate change.
LR 455 was created in response to a UNL study done in 2014. The evidence was clear. Human activities are a cause of global warming. But supporters of this resolution say the focus of everyone's efforts should be on the solution, not the cause.
99% say it's going to happen, maybe perhaps 90 are saying it's man-made. We should not bicker over whether it's man-made or natural. We have a responsibility.
The main message reiterated today was that Nebraskans need to act now rather than later when it's too late. Opponents of the resolution were not present in the hearing today. For Star City News, I'm Megan McGill reporting. Back to you in the studio, Michael.
Thanks, Megan. There are either 2 or 4 presidential primaries tonight, depending on whether you're voting Republican or Democrat. Voters for both parties in Michigan and Mississippi will head to the polls today, while Republicans in Idaho and Hawaii will also cast their ballots. 166 Democratic and 150 Republican delegates are up for grabs. Donald Trump retains an 84-delegate lead over Senator Ted Cruz in the Republican race, while former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton leads Senator Bernie Sanders by 631 delegates in the Democratic.
Well, Donald Trump has responded to those comparing him to Adolf Hitler. This comes after a rally in Orlando this weekend where Trump asked his supporters to raise their hands and pledge to vote for him. This morning, Trump said the comparison to Hitler was ridiculous and that the crowds were having what he calls a good time. And in speaking of Hitler, an odd piece of history is up for grabs. An auctioneer in Maryland is selling what is supposed to be Hitler's personal copy of his autobiography, Mein Kampf. The book is expected to sell for around $15,000.
The Smithsonian has announced it's displaying a portrait of former First Lady Nancy Reagan in its in memoriam space. The painting is part of the museum's Time cover collection. Reagan died Sunday at her home in Los Angeles. Sunday, she was 94. Her visitation is set for tomorrow at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. Warmer temperatures the last couple of days are expected to last throughout the week.
We'll have your look at weather right after the break.
Overcast conditions today in Lincoln didn't allow us to get to record high temperatures like we saw yesterday, but it also did not dampen opening day for Husker baseball this afternoon. This weekend, however, we do see a chance for some rain, so stick around after the break because Jake Petter will have your full weather forecast. For Star City Weather, I'm Cody Carlin.
Picture yourself in a masterpiece building, surrounded by the work of great American masters. It's here. Sheldon Museum of Art at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska's national treasure.
I'm Prince Mukamara, and I'm urging you to go to collegeboundnebraska.com to see if you qualify.
You've got things to do. You're the next success. A CEO, a dancer, a poet, an entrepreneur, a doer, a spark. Come make waves where there is no ocean.
It was another pleasant day here in the capital city with temperatures in the lower to mid 60s. It wasn't quite like what we saw yesterday with those record-breaking high temperatures, but still quite a pleasant day. Currently it's sitting at 64 degrees, overcast skies, winds are out of the west at 9 miles per hour. If we take a look at our almanac, the high for today was 65 degrees. It was quite above average with it normally being around 49 degrees. And if we take a look at our low temperature for today, it's actually what we see for normal temperatures here for your highs. If we look at the rest across the state, currently it's 50 degrees in Scottsbluff, 47 in Chadron, and as we move across the state, a cold front is actually making its way through the region with temperatures still a little bit warmer out to our east at 58 in Grand Island, 64 in Lincoln, and 65 in Falls City. For tonight, it's going to be a little bit cooler than what we saw last night, but still quite pleasant, 41 degrees for your low. It'll be mostly cloudy with winds out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, though, it'll be partly cloudy. Very nice out there for tomorrow, 62 degrees. Winds will be out of the north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, so not quite as windy as what we've been seeing for the past few days. If we look at our 7-day forecast, there is a slight chance of rain on your Wednesday evening, and that is due to a couple of weather impulses that are moving across the Rockies that are bringing us a chance for rain on Wednesday and then into your weekend. So if we look, temperatures will be about 63 degrees on Thursday, 60 on Friday. There is that slight chance again on Friday evening into Saturday at 60 degrees. If we look at the latter part of your weekend, don't forget to move your clocks ahead 1 hour. It'll be 66 degrees on Sunday. It'll be really nice out there for the beginning of your week, 70 degrees on Monday and 72 on Tuesday. It looks to be a pleasant week ahead for the next 7 days with temperatures well above average. For Star City Weather, I'm Jake Petter. Back to you, Colleen and Mike at the desk.
Thanks, Jake. Steph Curry continues his incredible season with another NBA record.
And a likely future Hall of Fame football player calls it quits. Cody J is next with sports.
Good evening. I'm Cody J with a look at sports. The Huskers wrapped up their regular season on Sunday with a loss to Northwestern, but Nebraska looks to rebound in the Big Ten tournament. Nebraska earned the 11th seed and will play 14th seed Rutgers at 6 p.m. Wednesday in Indianapolis. The Huskers beat the Scarlet Knights twice this year, most recently 87-63 back on February 6th. Both Nebraska and Rutgers are playing to keep their seasons alive. Rutgers, who picked up their lone Big Ten win, which ended a 32 Big Ten game losing streak Sunday. Both teams are looking to continue their seasons since it's win or go home from now on. The Nebraska baseball team hosted the Northern Colorado Bears in their home opener this afternoon. Nebraska scored in the bottom of the third when Scott Schreiber hit a 3-run homer into left center. Schreiber again hit a 2-run homer into left center in the fifth. And in the seventh, Taylor Fish grounded out to first, which allowed Schreiber to score his third run of the game. The Huskers ran away with the win, 8-0. The series will finish up tomorrow with first pitch at 1:35 at Haymarket Park. The Warriors won their NBA record 45th consecutive regular season home game over the Orlando Magic 119-113 last night. Golden State's head coach Steve Kerr said, "Steph is bailing us out awful a lot, but we can't count on that. We can't rely on that," end quote. While Steph Curry might be bailing out the Warriors with 41 points, he scored half of them off of three-pointers, including his 300th of the season, a benchmark that has never been done in NBA history. And he will only be looking to add to that record with 20 regular season games remaining. Gabby Douglas won the American Cup on Saturday, which puts her one step closer to a run at the Olympics this summer. The Flying Squirrel had the highest score in every category except for the floor exercise. Only 6 Americans have competed in back-to-back Olympics, and no female has repeated as gold medalist in nearly 50 years. And in NFL news, the Detroit Lions announced that wide receiver Calvin Johnson is retiring. Megatron is retiring after spending all 9 of his playing years in Detroit. The 6-time Pro Bowler holds 15 NFL records, including most receiving yards in a season back in 2012. The Lions will save at least $11.1 million in cap space with his retirement. And that's all for sports. After the break, Heather Lancaster will have all the news from campus.
Lighthouse actually means a lot to me. For one, it provides a safe place, and you can have a free meal here, build a lot of friendships with the staff and kids.
Jaden is one of the many youths who come to Lighthouse for a healthy body and mind. For 25 years, Lighthouse has been creating life-changing experiences through meals, fitness classes, and educational support. To learn more about our mission or to donate, visit lincolnlighthouse.org.
Don't just check on your friend later. Take action. He's not just missing the party, he could miss the rest of his life.
I'm Heather Lancaster with the latest U News. After all the debates, it's finally here. Students who are eligible can jump on MyRed tomorrow anytime from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to vote for the ASUN student government elections. The candidates are listed on your MyRed account. We are very proud to announce that our very own Bailey Hurley competed in the Hearst competition and placed 3rd in the country with her story. Her story was about how easy it is to break into someone's house.
$5, and 1 week later, this showed up in my mail, ready to try out.
UNL police said I wouldn't be committing any crimes as long as someone was there when I broke in. So I staked out till later that night when Kylie got home and put this key to the test.
This means Bailey is ranked top 10 in the country and will be moving on to the 2nd round. There are various events happening around campus that are celebrating Women's Week. A couple of these events are Women in Agriculture and a Women's History Month banquet. Many of the events are free and open to the public. To find a full list of events and details, you can go online at involved.unl.edu. That is it for today's U News. Back to you, Mike and Colleen.
Thanks, Heather. We'll have Paul Doobie with the story of a Lincoln teacher finding success on NBC's The Voice.
3 out of 4 judges wanted the Arnold Elementary teacher on their team. We'll have more after the break.
The study stop is a place for students to really, be able to get together, do homework, but then also get academic assistance if they need it from different tutors available on campus, as well as teaching assistants and different resources that have been brought in.
It's a nice place because they have like free coffee and hot chocolate. They also have tutors, which physics I like because it's really hard.
This is a study stop. It's a place for people who need help with whatever to come get help from tutors, or if they just need a quiet place to study, they can come study.
7 to 10 every day, there'll be like a place where you can go and just sit and study. Coming to the study stop really is just helping yourself.
There's something about this community, the people, the friendships, the traditions, that makes you want to be a part of it. It's not a singular idea or defining characteristic. It's a bond. Here we earned more than a degree. This place helped us become who we are today. We are Nebraska. Here, we know what it means to be part of something big. We know the meaning of a strong community and the importance of teamwork. We're kind. We're innovative. We are hardworking. And we always have been. We're loyal and spirited. And we believe in the things that matter. We come together to support our school and each other. We are fans. We are friends. We are alumni.
Hello everyone, I'm Paul Doobie and I'll be giving you today's entertainment news. What could be a better way to start the day than bacon and eggs? Kevin Bacon and Eggs. Footloose star and avian byproduct enthusiast Kevin Bacon and his brother Michael Bacon created this advertisement with the American Egg Board. The brothers promote the benefit of eggs to some unsuspecting individuals who don't find the intruders all they're cracked up to be. Lincoln native Hannah Houston had no problems while performing on the NBC show The Voice. The 24-year-old elementary school teacher blew away the judges with her cover of Alan Stone's Unaware. 3 out of 4 judges turned for Miss Houston, and she ultimately took a spot with Team Pharrell. Well, the new season of Game of Thrones is just around the corner, and the show's heartthrob Kit Harington has some big news. He's back. After some early images teased the actor's return as Jon Snow, his recent announcement confirmed some fan speculation. He said, quote, "I filmed some scenes of me being dead," end quote. This may not be the most hopeful message for fans, and even Kit admits he knows nothing about what happens next with this character. Hold on to your dookie, it's about to get spooky because witches and wizards are coming to the USA. J.K. Rowling recently announced a 4-part series, The History of Magic in North America. The stories will be more in the format of a history textbook, and the first installment will cover the Native American wizarding community. The remaining 3 parts have yet to be announced, but will most likely be released soon. Unfortunately, that's all I have for you today. After the break, Jake Snyder will be giving you the lowdown on social media.
Picture yourself in a masterpiece building, surrounded by the work of great American masters. It's here. Sheldon Museum of Art at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska's national treasure.
I'm Prince Mukamara, and I'm urging you to go to CoJMC.com to see if you qualify.
You've got things to do. You're the next success. A CEO, a dancer, a poet, an entrepreneur, a doer, a spark. Come make waves where there is no ocean.
Good evening, I'm Jake Snyder with your social media buzz. Kim Kardashian West is back in the spotlight, ladies and gentlemen, and by that I mean taking nude selfies again. She posted this photo yesterday on Instagram. I don't know how Kanye was able to release his newest album on time. Speaking of Kanye, the power duo seems to be doing okay. Kim tweeted this yesterday, saying that she transferred $53 million into their joint account, paying all of Kanye's debt. Besides how sick that tweet made me feel, I'm happy I don't have to hear about this anymore. Now to switch gears a bit, International Women's Day is the top trending hashtag on Twitter. Women all around the world are showing their support online. One of my favorite women, Ellen DeGeneres, decided to celebrate International Women's Day by posting an inspiring video on Twitter of the women who have been on her show this year. Amy Schumer took to Twitter to call out Chris Harrison over a comment he made on The Bachelor Monday night. He called contestant Jubilee Sharp complicated, to which Schumer responded by saying there is nothing wrong with being a complicated girl. No worries though, Chris Harrison later said that he would bring the wine when he and Amy meet up to talk about their dispute. Now it's time for a segment everyone can enjoy. It's National Pancake Day. IHOP is raising money today for Children's Miracle Network by donating money for every free short stack of pancakes that people eat. I know what I'll be doing later. That's all for social media. Back to you, Mike and Colleen.
Thanks, Jake. I think Pancake Day should be every day.
I think cinnamon rolls would be better.
Well, how about elephant ears?
Well, after a lawsuit from an animal rights group, the Omaha Zoo and other zoos are fighting to keep their elephants. The zoos filed to dismiss claims from animal rights group Friends of Animals as they try to stop elephants from Swaziland being transferred to U.S. zoos. The zoos argue that the animal rights group is pursuing an agenda rather than making a legally valid claim, that it would be more harmful for the animals to be transferred. Well, I think I'm ready to see elephants back at the zoo. How about you?
Well, I mean, it's been a while since I've been there, so it might be a good reason to go back. We're going to take a real quick break and go back to weather, and we'll be right back.
Here's another look at your 7-day forecast. As we look into the rest of the week, it looks to be really nice out there with temperatures above average. Temperatures will be sitting in the lower to mid 60s. And as we look into the weekend, don't forget to spring forward again on Sunday. It'll give you an extra hour to enjoy those really nice temperatures at the beginning of your week next week with temperatures in the 70s. So it's going to be a great week out there. So back to you guys at the desk.
Totally would have forgot that it was spring ahead. So thanks for the reminder, Jenny. That's all from us here at Star City News. We're live every Tuesday and Thursday at 5.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Star City News 16. Thanks for watching and have a great night.
You've been watching Star City News, a student-run newscast at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communication.
Welcome to the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons. This new addition will soon become the scholastic hub of City Campus. Enjoy the vibrant learning environment designed to accommodate and promote academics. The Commons also has a number of private study rooms to gather and collaborate with classmates and friends. Come visit the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons at Love Library today.